So is the market finally stabilizing? Every month I do a monthly market update just so we can follow the trends and watch where the market is going. And I like to watch that data. And the one data point that really stood out to me was the average sales price. Now I look at this every month. I want to track the average sales price. And every month the past 2 years, it basically always goes in one direction. It goes up. Every single month the average sales price usually goes up for both DuPage and Cook County. And this last month, something pointed out to me or something caught my eye. And I saw DuPage County for the first time. DuPage County, the average sales price went down while Cook County went up. Now, why was this kind of a shock to me at least? Is for the past 2 years, ever since COVID happened, if you guys remember, if we take a snapshot two years ago, COVID just happened. There's a bunch of riots in the city, and just people were running away from the city and Cook County in general. And DuPage County was getting so much migration and so much of that. And we saw that reflected in the data. Basically, all the houses going off the market from all the buyers looking, and the sales prices going up. But this last month, we saw DuPage County actually go down in price while Cook County kept shooting up, which was pretty much of a shock. So I wanted to take a look at that and kind of elaborate and talk more about that, because that kind of pointed something out to me about maybe the market might be stabilizing. Now I hear a lot of I'm in real estate all the time, so I hear a bunch of content from all across the country. And I'm hearing from people outside of the Midwest that people are starting to feel some sort of shift in their market. And they're seeing basically not as many multiple offers, not crazy over asking prices anymore in some areas. And if you ask me, I don't think, I haven't seen that yet. I haven't felt that yet here. Because especially in the Chicagoland area, we're just getting into summer. We just got out of winter and we are getting into summer, and that really does play a role in the real estate market because people want to move when the weather is better. So I don't really see that happening short term here in the summer. I feel like there is some stabilization going to happen later on in the year. I feel like now, when I'm saying stabilization versus correction versus bubble, because you're going to hear a lot of people say, hey, is there a bubble? Is there, a crash coming? I'm going to say stabilization, because in this market, I don't see a crash happening. I see the prices and the market stabilizing. And what I'm saying by that is we typically see on average home appreciation between 2 to 5%. The past 2 years, we've seen anywhere between 10 to 15% appreciation on homes, and it has just been insane. It has been so crazy if you've owned a house, how much equity you've built in basically a year or 2 years' time. Now, I see us stabilizing and going back to what our norm was, and our appreciation going between 2 to 5%. I see that happening sometime in the near future. But I don't see some type of crash, some type of, houses are going to be going at a 70% discount, even a 20% discount, something like that. I don't see that happening, especially this upcoming summer season. I still think things are pretty hectic. If you've been watching my content, I mentioned how we made an offer on a house a couple weeks ago. They had 40 offers. Another house had 12 offers. People are still offering a ton of buyers are still offering a ton for homes right now, especially going into the summer season. So while some people are seeing some shifts in other areas of the country, I don't believe we're going to see one anytime soon in June, July, at least in the summertime market. Of course, we'll see how interest rates go. I can't predict the future. I'm just telling you kind of what it seems like and what it feels like, especially using our area and seeing where we are in our area and the time of the year. Now, we should see stabilization. Again, appreciation should go back to normal at some point. If you're not going to see 10 to 15%, you can't buy real estate and use the equity you make in a year as your full-time job, as you probably could have the last year or two, basically making a full-time salary just sitting on your real estate just because you bought it at the right time, which is ridiculous. But this has to end at some time. You can't eat that carton of ice cream and it goes forever. At some time you get to the bottom of the carton and you finish all the ice cream. At some point there is going to be an end in sight. Now, there is a shortage issue. There are not enough homes, so there is clearly going to be still home appreciation. I don't see a huge bubble. I don't see a huge crash. I just see a stabilization. So that's where I see us going. I wanted to point that out because I noticed that on our monthly report. I noticed that on seeing our monthly housing updates, and I wanted to share that with you guys and share kind of where we think we're going, where it looks like we're going based off the data, and just things to pay attention to and watch out to as we go into the summer season. So hopefully you're enjoying. It's a beautiful day. Hopefully you're enjoying it, and you're having a great week. Talk to you guys later.